Clear skies and 66 degrees here at Phoenix Municipal Stadium as the hometown Sun Devils take on the Xavier Musketeers in the third game of a three-game series. And welcome into the broadcast booth, folks. Blaine McCormick and former Sun Devil pitcher Grant Schneider along with you for today's ball game. 14-0. That's the Sun Devils' record, this hot streak that they've been riding. The best since 2010, and it's really come from all facets on the diamond.
And playing good defense, of course, scoring 10.7 runs a game. And really, the pitching it's been good enough. And so once we get into Pac-12 play, you like to see the starters go a little bit deeper into games and pound the zone a little more. But 13-0 at Phoenix Muni, you can't beat that.
The biggest stat with that one, 10.7 runs per game. And you'll like this, Grant. Amongst the starting lineups today, you're going to see two pitchers hitting for today.
Yeah, the starting pitcher for Xavier, Gramis, he's going to be hitting for his position. And then you got Eric Tolman, the freshman DH. And so he's been shoving from the bullpen. He got a start in the midweek, and now he's going to hit in the lineup. So that's a pitcher's dream.
We'll see how the pitchers do for today and see if the Sun Devils can make it 15-0. First pitch coming up here on Pac-12 Plus. 3-1 the score in favor of Arizona State as we're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Blaine McCormick and Grant Schneider along with you for today's call on Pac-12 Plus. It'll be Carter Aldretti, Gage Workman, and Alika Williams due up for the Sun Devils. Aldretti so far 0 for 1 on the day, a ground out back in the second inning as Arizona State looks to complete the sweep against the Musketeers. Number 23 ranking for Arizona State as well with a 14-0 record. One of three teams in college baseball that is still undefeated. The two other teams are in the ACC, NC State, and also the Southeastern Conference, Tennessee. Swing and a miss on that one from Aldretti. It's 0-2. Gramis still on the mound for Xavier, and here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, dropped third strike as Monastra has to go back. Aldretti dashing for first, but he couldn't get there in time as that's the first out.
Really good job by Monastra to sprint over there and get that ball and able to beat Carter on the throw. Would have been another drop third strike.
And we would have seen two in this game and then three in a row between the 2 days that I have been broadcasting. So it'll go down as a strikeout and a 2-3 putout as Gage Workman goes to the batter's box, and he was the man who struck out, but it was a drop third strike, and he was able to go to first as he sends a ground ball towards second base. Can't get it off of the backhand for Hausinger, and he'll get a base hit.
Bad hop there from Hausinger. That ball just, staying low to the turf and hit a rock, bounced up, and a little home field advantage there for the Sun Devils.
So Workman on base for the second time today as Alika Williams comes up to the batter's box, and they do award Workman with a hit. Pickoff attempt over to first, no good. It's crazy to think about the streak at 14-0, but when I asked Tracy Smith in the press conference last night, as a balk is called on Gramis and Workman advances to second, when I asked Skip about the streak, quite simply he just put, we don't think about it.
You can't think about it because then you start, we got to win, we got to win. It's not about that. It's just about playing your game, and if you win, you win, and if you do all the right things, you're going to win the ball game anyway. So that balk there from Gramis, the reason why they call it a balk is because when you come set and you move your front foot before you spin, that's considered a balk. It has to be either at the same time or you move your back foot first. And so the Xavier head coach is arguing, rightfully so. I mean, it's so hard to tell, especially at the collegiate level, does he move his front foot first? And so if we get a shot at when he comes set, I'll kind of explain what the meaning is by that.
Williams takes a strike. So far in the day, he's 0 for 1, but It's always so tough to tell with a balk, and especially with a quick pitching motion from Grammas. It's just split second, and the umpires are always looking at that too. The 1 swung on and foul tipped. One out in the inning as Williams is down 0-2. Workman over at second base. And the pitch. Swung on but tapped foul. So along with Grammas's motion, we'll follow him with this camera.
Yeah, we'll take a look about when he comes set and you're delivering home, the first thing that moves is the front leg, right? So if you're trying to spin and pick off at first base and you move that front leg first, that's technically a balk because that's what the runner's looking at. We'll see it here when he lifts his leg. See? First thing that moves is the front leg. And so what was interesting there on the balk is the second base umpire called the balk. He doesn't have a good angle at the front leg, and so that's why the Xavier head coach ran out and argued with him.
Yeah, Billy O'Connor was definitely pleading his case with him too. Because you would think for the vantage point, it would be the third base umpire and Will Thornwell that would make that decision.
Yep.
Especially because Grammas being a righty. Inside corner as Williams dashes out of the way. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So for a second base umpire, is he still watching that front foot?
Apparently he was on that play. Interesting. And there again, you see 0-2 to 2-2. ASU doing a really good job of not swinging at the pitches out of the zone. Working the count back to their favor.
Williams 2-2 takes again, ball 3.
There's another one. I mean, that's a swing and miss pitch right there. It's up and in. You're looking for a fastball, and Alika Williams just a great job to lay off.
Everybody talks about ASU's power, and rightfully so, but they don't talk about the plate discipline as much. 3-2 fouled off, and you see it there. Williams knew he was going outside, saw that it wasn't probably, his favorite pitch to swing out, but he's got to stay alive in this AB.
Yep.
Good defensive swing that time from Williams. Runner in scoring position for the Sun Devils. Beautiful day for a ball game here at Phoenix Muni. Clear skies, a slight breeze. Temperatures just above 65 degrees. That one misses outside. So from 0-2, he gathers a walk and still ups the pitch count of Connor Grammas. Grammas now up to 60 pitches. So now here comes Eric Tolman, who was hit by a pitch in the third inning, later scored off of that 3-run homer from Hunter Bishop. Tolman still looking for his first hit in a Sun Devil uniform. This is his first start as a designated hitter. He came in last night in the ball game as a bullpen pitcher and did really well. Ball taken outside. So well, in fact, that Tolman pitched 3 innings last night, didn't give up a run or a hit or a walk, and he had 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, he was pretty good out of the pen last night, backing up Alec Marsh.
Inside with the fastball, 2-0 now. Sun Devils used 3 pitchers last night. Marsh got the start on the Saturday, like Grant mentioned, and then Sam Romero came in for the last inning and closed the door in the Sun Devils' 8-3 victory last night. They lead it 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th with 2 runners on for Eric Tolman. The 2-0 lifted down the line, but fouled off.
Love the aggressiveness there from Tolman. 2-0 fastball. He's swinging all the way, and that pitch just located a little too inside, causing Tolman to be late, and as a result, it's a foul ball.
There is some action in the Xavier bullpen as Lane Flam is currently throwing and stretching. He came in last night as a pitcher. The 2-1 to Tolman, lifted into left center field, going back as Major tries to get it off of the wall, but it'll one-hop it. Workman rounding third and heading for home. The throw to home is not in time, and the Sun Devils get a 4-1 lead off of the RBI hit from Eric Tolman, the first of his Sun Devil career, and it's a big one.
Yeah, that's a huge hit from Tolman. Great job of taking that 2-1 fastball, outside part of the plate, pushing it all the way over and over the head of Aubrey Major. Great job by Gage Workman, too. He was rounding, had to stop his feet, head back to second because he thought he was going to catch the ball, and then a really good job of reversing his steps and going all the way home.
So Tolman singled and advanced to second on the throw, and he gets his first RBI of his Sun Devil career as well. And you saw where that baseball ended up, right in the Sun Devil dugout and on top of Tolman's gear. Jump ball is up, and it'll be Arizona State to take possession first at Wells Fargo Arena as we are underway at exactly 8:05 p.m. Mountain Time. Remy Martin gets it at the top of the key, pass to Dort, and then pass to Martin. Long three-ball attempt, rattles out of the rim. Boy, that one was a big-time shot by Remy Martin. He tried to go Steph Curry on it, but it just didn't fall through. Now Washington with possession as it hands up to the big man, Sam Timmons up top. Now over to David Cripps. Feed down low for Noel. He gets it off of his hand, and it goes out of bounds. Sun Devil basketball right by their own bench.
You've got to capitalize on turnovers throughout the entirety of the evening. That is a gift-wrapped offensive possession, and for ASU, you got to get some more ball movement in there. Remy can't be taking those shots that often.
First turnover of the game. Yet to see our first points of the game as Lugens Dort drives in and kisses it off of the glass. 2 points for Lugens Dort and 2 points for Arizona State to start it off. Jalen Noel with it, tipped away, out of bounds once again. The second turnover as Lugens Dort was pestering him right by the half-court line, and it fell out of bounds. Sun Devil basketball once again.
ASU putting some pressure on Washington, and so I don't think they expected it coming out of the gate. The defensive intensity has just been getting to him so far.
Rob Edwards with a corner three, out of the rim, rebounded that time by Matisse Thibault. Hands it off to Jalen Noel, who's taking it up court. At the top of the key, pass to Cripps, long three for him, out for the brick, rebounded by Cheatham. Pass over to Martin, drives it past half court, looks to Lugens Dort, long three for Dort, and it flushes through. A three ball by Lugens Dort. He's got 5 points in the contest, and we're just about a minute and a half into this one.
And if you can get him going, we've seen how dangerous Dort can be. He can get hot and cold, but I'll tell you what, when he's hot, he doesn't miss from his spot.
When he's hot, he is sizzling. Already 2 for 4 with field goals for Arizona State. Here's Jalen Noel down low at the left elbow. Takes some contact off of the board. It looked like it slipped out of his hands. And now Arizona State will take over off of the rebound from Romello White. Dort with it at the top. Passes over to Martin on the left elbow. Far side over for Dort. Long three-ball attempt for Dort off of the rim. Well, a lot of long threes already for both teams. Here's Cripps. Feed to Noel. Drive inside. Floater. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Timmons. And now it's passed out to David Cripps with the shot clock resetting. Timmons with a screen. Cripps coming over. Feed over to Matisse Thibault. He drives into the left side. Timmons with an 18-footer and swish. The first points of the Huskies night comes off of a good jump shot by Sam Timmons.
A good jump shot, but more importantly, an offensive board. ASU not the type to give that up. They're 4th in the country in rebounds, courtesy of guys like Cheatham inside. They've got to make sure that they continue to collapse on the glass.
Feed inside for Cheatham. Stolen away that time by Thibault. He's pesky down low as it's a feed over towards Jalen Noel. He pops it from 3 and gets it to go. Tie ball game at 5 apiece with 17:15 left to go in the first half. Arizona State trying to get something to go as they try to break this tie. Remy Martin with it up top. Down to Cheatham at the free throw line. He drives in, slips it away, but Romello White recovers and gets the layup off of the bank and then off of the rim as Romello White gets his first points of the contest.
Yep, and there it is. They go inside. That's going to set up more guard play, and you'll notice the ASU threes, the more points they get in the paint, they'll be taken from shorter and shorter range.
Now Jalen Noel on the far side. Double teamed, long pass over to Dominic Green. Tries to get the three ball, but it doesn't go off, or doesn't go in, I should say. It comes off of the rim. As Rob Edwards rebounds it, passes it to Zylan Cheatham on the right elbow. Jump shot for Edwards down low, can't get it, as it's rebounded that time by Matisse Thibault. Now Washington brewing something on offense. Here's Chris from three-point range. Swish, and that'll be another three-point attempt. The third of the game for both teams, and now Washington takes a 1-point lead at 8-7.
Yeah, this team's good from range. They shoot 35% on threes this season as a team, and you got to make sure that you lock down on the shooter every time.
Dort tried to feed it down low from Cheatham as it's stolen away by Green, and now chugging along with it is David Chris. Fakes the pass, and it's blocked away, but a foul is called on Romello White, and we'll get the first foul of the game coming off of the Atlanta native, Romello White. We'll take a timeout here on BlazeRadioOnline.com as Sun Devils are trailing 8-7 against the Washington Huskies with 15:58 to go in the first half. Back in Tempe as the Sun Devils trail 8-7 against the Washington Huskies. Blaine McCormick and Tyler Henry here with you on BlazeRadioOnline.com. And already both teams 3 for 7 field goals and 2 for 4 three-point range for Washington, and a bunch of long three-point attempts. It looks like they're trying to impersonate the Golden State Warriors out there.
I mean, they claim it's a more efficient shot, but the interesting thing with ASU in this game is you're going to find out whether or not you can play defense on all 5 guys. Sometimes you've got 1 or 2 playmakers that you can shut down. That's not the case here with Washington. You look up and down their lineup, and you've got guys that are averaging 16, 12, 10, 6, 12 a game. Those are the guys that are on the floor right now, so there's really not a single guy that you can't respect offensively. That's where ASU is going to be tested. The depth on the defensive side of the floor is going to play a huge role in whether or not they can slow down this Husky attack.
And already for Lugan Dort, 5 points. He had 1 down low and then a 3-point attempt, and he's got to get cooking if the Sun Devils want to develop early on.
You've also got to see more guys touch the ball. I mean, on the offensive side, ASU's got to continue to move the ball with the guards around the top, set some stuff up inside. You can't only have Romello White touching it off of a rebound.
So David Crisp at the free throw line. He misses the first shot as he was fouled on the play from Romello White, as White picks up his first personal foul and also the game's first overall foul. Crisp with the second free throw attempt, and that goes through. So it's 9-7 in favor of the Huskies with just under 16 minutes to go here in the first half. Here's Remy Martin with the basketball. Passes it to far side for Kamani Lawrence checking into the game. Passes it back over to Martin at the top of the key. Feed down low, Zylan Cheatham with it, but can't get the rebound and can't get the layup to go in. So now Washington taking over. Green with it, passes it over to Chris, over at the near side elbow. Looking for a man open, he finds Dominic Green, feed down low to Timmons. Timmons trying to play bully basketball, left hook shot and gets it through. First points of the game for Sam Timmons, and it comes off of the feed down low and the layup. Now Arizona State with it. Kamani Lawrence taking command at the far side. Edwards with it now. Passes it over to Remy Martin at the top. Screened away by Cheatham. Martin trying to get something developed. Pass to Romello. Slams home! Romello White showing off his strength, and now 4 points in the game for the big man.